Hey guys, we are back with some more New York Islanders franchise mode, and in this one, we have a big offseason coming up as we are going to be trying to go after Martin HS. He's in free agency. He only wants 9.1 mil, however, we're going to have to give him a lot more than that if we want to ensure that we get him. And given the type of player that he is, two-way forward, brilliant defensively. He's got that 90 body checking, 89 defensive awareness, 93 shot blocking, 91 stick checking. He's got great puck skills, and he's also pretty decent offensively. So I really don't want to miss out on Martin HS. But the only thing is, we need to clear up a lot of cap space, and that will involve trading a few of our roster players in order to get an HS on board. Now, here's the thing, is that at forward, we have a lot of depth with the incoming Mikhail Ersberg, who's an 81 overall currently, who I'm guessing is going to jump up before the start of next season to maybe an 83, 84. We can afford to get rid of one of these guys at least. And then we also have Darius Haynes, who is currently a 79, who also has the potential to grow, maybe to 80, 81. And then you have Paris Sedin, who is a 79 currently, who again has the potential to grow to an 80, 81, maybe even further. We don't know. But he is only 20 years of age, and he fits right into our what we would need for a depth player, in that he is very cheap. And we kind of have to stick to that now that we are committed to going after Martin HS. So who we are going to be trading first is Joel Farabee. He is only making 2.6 for one more year, but believe me, every contract that we're unloading here is necessary to unload. So Joel Farabee will be going to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are a contender. Looks like they need a little bit of forward depth, not too much, as they already obviously have Kucherov, but not too much after that as they start to drop off. No more Stamkos, and no more. Who else? Well, I mean, they got Kucherov, but it seems that they drop off pretty significantly after that. You know, they got McGinn, Greider, but then Pitlick, and then Zykov, and then Donato. So I feel like they could use a depth player like Joel Farabee. So we're going to be getting a third and a fourth back for Farabee. And that's about it, because his trade value is not up there too much to begin with. Now, he was a good little player for us on the fourth line last year. Got 19 goals in 73 regular season games, 4 points in the playoffs. But, again, kind of need to clear up that cap. And I would rather have a rookie playing in his spot because, you know, they're cheap. And Farabee, well, he's kind of cheap, but he's, for what we're trying to accomplish, he's kind of not. So, proposed trade accepted. There you go. Next trade will be Christian Ragnarsson. He has been a phenomenal player for us ever since he has joined our organization. He was our first draft pick in this GM mode, I believe. As we go over to Ragnarsson here. 2019 12th overall pick. He was indeed our first draft pick of the GM mode. And he's been with us, obviously, for a long time. So far, 5 years in the NHL, 2 years in the AHL, and then he had 1 year in the SHL. So he's been around for a pretty long time. He had that great year in the AHL there, 83 points. And he's been nothing but a solid player for us at the NHL level. Rookie year, he had 40 points, then 45, 51, 45, 65 last year playing on the first line. But he's kind of one of those contracts that we need to move out if we're going to look to get Martin HS. And I realize there is a little bit of risk involved in this, in that we may not even get an HS, but that's why we're clearing out all this cap so that we can ensure that we get an HS. Because he is a very much needed penalty killer on this team, because when you look at all the top forwards on this team, all offensively minded, Barzal, Mueller, Wallstrom, Streit, Ragnarsson, all offense. We kind of need to get some defense in there, and Ragnarsson obviously is the odd one out when it comes to those five. So we're going to be trading Ragnarsson to Calgary as You take a look at Calgary's roster, it's kind of depleted, kind of old as well. You got Dvorak, who's 30, Bjorkstrand, 31, Rust, 34, Backlund, 37, Lindholm, 31. So Calgary is getting a nice, young, but experienced forward to go along with their veteran forward group so that they might make a push in the playoffs. And all we're getting out of this is a first-round pick, because if you take a look here, if we try to add something like a second, I don't think this will go through. No, it will not. Too far off. We'll try a third. Proposed trade. Rejected. So we'll just go for Ragnarsson straight up for first. Will it go through? Yes, it will. And the last trade will be to the Colorado Avalanche, as they are looking to give up their first round pick, and that's all we can really acquire at this point without taking on any salary. So we are going to be trading Tim Cizek. He's making 3.5 for the next 2 years. And again, he's kind of the odd one out when it comes to our forward group, because he's mainly offensively minded. He's respectable defensively with that 87 defensive awareness, but he's not a body checker, not a shot blocker. We don't really need too many more offensive players, especially with Erzberg coming in, who's a sniper, right? So Cizek will be going to the Colorado Avalanche as you take a look at their forward core. I tried moving these guys to teams who would really appreciate them and need them, so they have Jost, they have Gansel, but then they have Meyer, Perlini, Giroux, Vesalainen, and then Suzuki, Ellie, Cassian. It looks like they could use themselves a Tim Cizek here in Colorado, so we're going to be getting 2 firsts out of Tim Cizek. Now, you might say, you only got a first for Anderson, but yeah, Cizek actually has that much trade value. He's only 24. He's got that elite potential. He's on a good contract. So, the proposed trade accepted. There you go. So, that's the salary that we need to free up in order to get Martin Necas. And when you consider our current lineup, without Martin Necas, I believe we have 11 NHL forwards. So, you take a look here. Barzal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is Sedin. So, once we get Necas, we should be all good to go. And if we don't get Necas, then that will be a huge problem. But that's just a kind of a gamble that we have to take at this point, given how bad our penalty kill has been really throughout the entirety of this series, besides the year that we had Jonathan Toews. But again, Necas is the kind of player, basically, that Toews is. And he's not only that, but Necas is in his prime right now. He's 27, so you got him for a while before you have to even think about trading him. So let's offer him a contract. He wants 9.175 for 6 years. I'll give him the 6 years. I'm not going to mess around with the years just because, give him basically what he wants, but more money. So let's go up to, 9.7 sounds about right. I mean, he's got a lot of teams after him, but I think just given how much he was asking for and the difference between that and what we're giving him, I think he should accept this. So offer contract. Oh, please accept Necas. Please accept Necas. All right, so that's the only contract we're offering until we know he accepts. And if he doesn't, then again, that would be kind of bad. So let's hope that he accepts. Come on, Necas. Come on, Necas. There's a scout that I went after because we released I believe it was one of our U.S. scouts. So Damian Lynch on our scouting team now for U.S. Central. Come on. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Martin Necas, part of the New York Islanders now. So no need to worry about that. Whew. Okay. Take a deep breath. So now we can go after what we need to go after is a goaltender, as we had to obviously trade Jace Oda, and we also released Vienna Vavalainen. So we're now only down to, what's his name? Jason Hutchinson. So we're going to be going after M. Regehr here. Mark Regehr. Pretty solid goaltender. We'll take a look at his stats from last season. Pretty solid. Once again, 918 save percentage last year, 913 the year before. He's 25 years of age. He's only looking for 1.9, so we'll give him 2 mil. I think we can afford that, right? Yeah, we can afford that, 2.9. So we'll go after another goaltender once the goalies get cheaper, just as a backup for our backup. You know, just someone to have in the minors and bring up in case we have a goaltender injury. This was like a 79, 78 overall that we could just sign very cheaply. And other than that, that is about it. So as long as we get Reguer, we should be good to go. And yes, we are. So I'll see you guys at the start of next season. Okay, so here are the start of your year number 9 New York Islander lineups. So first line, we have Ludvig Ottoson with Matthew Barzal and Oliver Wahlstrom. So obviously these two, Barzal and Wahlstrom, can basically run a line on their own, but you have some nice physical support there in Ottoson, and he will be taking the spot of Christian Ragnarsson this year. Second line, this is filthy. Bennett Streit, Martin Necas, and Andreas Mueller. That is filth on the second line. A potential 50-goal season from Bennett Streit, the defensive beast in Martin Necas, and the playmaker in Andreas Mueller. Look out. I mean, this top 6 is basically the best top 6 in the NHL. You can't deny that, because, I mean, these 5 alone make up, you know, the best forwards, among the best forwards in the NHL. And then add in Ludvig Ottoson, who is the physical presence there. I mean, that is not good for other teams. Third line, Mikael Ersberg, along with Bo Horvat and Doug Hines. So obviously Hines gets the jump from the fourth line from last year. Horvat stays centered there, and Ersberg, we're going to see how he simulates this year. And then the fourth line will be Darius Haynes, Mike Commodore, and Parasidine. Now, defensively, we have Riley and Durrett, Ghost and Severson, and then Montour with Harry Peterson, who draws into the lineup. I don't believe Barry is ready quite yet. I don't think he grew too much, if at all, over the offseason, unfortunately. So we're going to try Harry Peterson here. It looks like he might be a 79 or an 80. So we'll see how he does. Then power play. Wahlstrom, Barzal, Ersberg, and then Mueller on the point with Ghost. And then the second line is Hines with Necas and Streit, and Severson and Riley on the point. Four-man power play is Barzal, Wahlstrom, Ghost, and Montour. And then Necas, Streit, Riley, and Severson. Penalty kill is Necas, Haynes, Riley, and Montour. Now, as for why I'm putting Haynes on here, his defensive awareness isn't the greatest, but he has tremendous shot blocking, tremendous stick checking, tremendous body checker. He's a grinder, so he's obviously a defensive player. So we'll try him there. And then Commodore with Horvat and Severson and Durrett. So there's your penalty kill. Three-man penalty kill will be Necas, Riley, and Montour. And then Horvat, Severson, and Durrett. 4-on-4, we have Barzal, Wahlstrom, Riley, and Durrett. And then Necas, Streit, Ghost, and Severson. And then Horvat, Mueller, Peterson, and Montour. 3-on-3 will be Barzal, Wahlstrom, and Riley. Necas, Streit, and Severson. And then Horvat, Mueller, and Ghost. Extra attackers are Barzal and Necas. Shootout, Wahlstrom, Streit, Barzal, Mueller, Necas, the big 5 on the shootout. And then goaltenders, obviously, we have Hutchinson and Reguer. And nobody is currently scratched. And in the AHL, our lines are looking like this. Lynn, Klopik, and Tuomanen. Yahar, Gauthier, and Dietz. Kolesnik, Texier, and Scarabelli. And then Kuta, Chung, and Kolasar. Defensively, you have Enroth and Barry. Walfredson and Reardon. And then Clapperton with Chung. And then in goal, we signed Evan Cormier over the offseason. So hopefully this team is enough to get it done for the AHL, and obviously more than enough to get it done in the NHL to win this Stanley Cup. Because now you got that tremendous defensive player in Martin Necas, which we have been missing since Jonathan Taves. So I expect no less than a Stanley Cup this year. And I've been expecting no less than a Stanley Cup ever since we first made the playoffs. But this is obviously, expectations are much higher than ever after having, a tremendous forward core with not only now Barzal and Wahlstrom and Streit and Mueller, but now Martin Necas as well as a defensive guy there who can also put up points. So really important year here for your New York Islanders. Before we get into the simulation, let's check out the captains just to make sure everything is the way it should be. So yep, Barzal, Mueller, and Wahlstrom are the alternates. That sounds right to me. Regera 33, just checking out new numbers here. Peterson is 10. Let's see, Haynes is 36. Erisberg 82. Sedin 86. Necas 84. A lot of high numbers here, but that's all right. I'm not Lou Lamoriello. So we are going to go ahead with the preseason, see how our team simulates, and we will get on to the first game of the season against St. Louis. Okay, I normally don't look at the preseason, but look at this. 5-1 win, 4-2 win, 6-1 win, 4-0 win, 5-3 loss, fair enough. 5-1 win, 5-2 win. This team is OP. I mean, again, I know like half of those games were against the team's minor league players, but still, I mean, this team is just, it's so overpowered. There's no way we're not at least winning the President's Trophy and getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. So here we go. First game of the season against the St. Louis Blues. And of course, Martin Necas was apparently injured in the preseason, but good to know that he is back to full health. So first game against St. Louis. Let's get it going. I'm not sure if I'm going to go into this one. Probably not. First period. There you go. Haynes, Wahlstrom, and Barzal on Clefbaum. Second period. All right, you got a goal against Travis Sanheim on Hutchinson. And the third, yeah, we're not going into it. Harry Peterson with his first career goal in his first game on Ponikarovsky as well. So there you go. Solid 4-1 victory. I'll get into a game, I think, in the next episode. But for right now, I have to get this video up. I'm recording at like 1 o'clock right now, 2 hours before this video is supposed to go up, so I really have to go fast here. So yeah, let's just simulate through the month. We'll check out the stats, and then we'll probably call it a video, unless I think we could go maybe another month, but that's about it. Really have to get this video up. So 3-1 loss there against San Jose, but then you have a 4-0 win there against St. Louis. We seem to like matching up against St. Louis, but unfortunately, I believe that is the last time we match up against St. Louis for the rest of the season, as we only face Western Conference teams twice. Am I right? So, 3-2 win against Anaheim, 4-3 win against LA. Then we lose against San Jose, I believe that was. Yeah, 8-2. Oof, that's an ugly one. But never mind that. As long as we can stay consistent defensively and offensively for the most part, I'm okay with that 8-2 loss for right now. Philly, they are looking terrible. Doug Hines has been injured with a bruised arm until November 7th. Okay. I'm not sure how much depth we have. Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't believe we have much. Ooh, Tuomanen. Okay. I wasn't expecting him to grow that much. Okay, Kimmo Tuomanen. We will definitely call you up to the NHL. So there's another piece that we obviously didn't expect to come in this season, but he seems to just fit right in there now. And okay, Erisberg is an 83 overall. He's a second line forward as it says right now, but that might change depending on if the game is lying to us or not. So we will see, I guess, in the next month or so. But where to put Tuomanen? I guess he slots in just fine on the third line, but I mean, yeah. I feel kind of bad just slotting him in there to the third line right away, as opposed to someone like Commodore, who's been around for a long time, but I can't afford to move Commodore off the face-off circle, just given how good he is at them. So, yeah, I guess Tuomanen, because Sedin and Haynes don't really have that much more seniority over Tuomanen, so we'll just roll with this, I guess. Not having Tuomanen on the power play, I don't think. Let's see, who else is there who could use power play time? Ottoson for sure. Yeah, he could be a net front presence. So we'll get Ottoson on there. There you go. Was this guy anywhere else? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, Hines wasn't anywhere besides the power play and 5-on-5, so yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's see how Tuomanen simulates. Very interested to see how that works out. Bridgeport's... okay. A lot of lines here, too. Yep, may as well fill in Homer. Maddox Homer, apparently. Filling in on the first line. What is this now? Jeez. 3-on-3. Okay. Yep. And we'll just fill Homer in there. There you go. Alright. Now, get back to the simulation. Philly, 6-2 win. Solid. Bridgeport, replace player. 8-2 win. There you go. Alright. Pittsburgh, 6-4 loss. So when we're losing, it seems to be pretty bad. But when we're winning, it's pretty good. So was that a win right there? Or was that a loss? That was a win against the New Jersey Devils, 5-3. So for the most part, other than these games against San Jose and Pittsburgh, we're looking very solid to start the season. 9-3 in the first month. I think we could go another month. I mean, I don't see any reason why not. I mean, unless the time on the video, but you know what? We're rolling, so yeah, we could go another month for sure. We'll just check out the stats really quick here. We'll just check out the points mainly. Wallstrom with 16, starting out hot. Strite with 14. Barzell, yeah, that top 6 is just filthy. Mueller with 11. Riley with 11. Natchez with 10. Jeez. Erisberg so far has 7. Good start for him. Haynes with 4 points. Sedin with 4. Tuomanen with 3 points in 4 games. He's looking good. All right. So, yeah, I mean, literally very quick. So, we're going to go through November here, and then we'll go into the stats in detail and end it off. I'm not going any further than November. We can't. It's already 1:20. I need to get this video up by 3. I need to edit. Yeah, there's no way we're going past November. Kuta is healed, so we'll get him back in there. And yeah, especially with all the, what's it called? Micromanagement stuff. There's no way we're going past November here. So a 4-1 win against the Montreal Canadiens. Darius Haynes with an MCL sprain. Yep, December 7th. That's just great. So now we have to fill in someone on our 4th line here. Is Hines back? I believe he might be. Yeah, Hines is back. Why didn't I get a notification for that then? I don't think I got a notification for Hines. Oh well, we'll get him on the 3rd line now where he belongs, and Tuomanen can slot in there on the 4th line left wing. I mean, he has been doing pretty well, but he has slowed down in the past couple of games. So we'll get him on the 4th line there, see how he does. And, oh, okay, there it is. He just got healed as soon as the other guy had to come out. So, all right, yep, Hines is back in. So a 4-2 win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. 3-2 overtime win against the Florida Panthers. Yeah, this team's good. This team's very good. 4-1 win against the Vancouver Canucks. There you go. I mean, if it weren't for the time on this video, then I would probably just go the whole season in this episode, to be honest. Because it seems like we're on automatic. Minnesota. Come on out. Amateur Scout, I'll deal with you later. 5-1 win. We're just too good. This team's too good. Natchez definitely helped. 8-4 win, okay. I mean, obviously we're going to have those offensive explosion games, and then we're going to have some defensive games. I mean, it's 7-2 win, 3-1 win. This team's on automatic. There's no reason to change anything right now. Yep. 2-0 win, 5-3 win. We are just, yeah. This team's good. 7-2 win. Holy moly. I mean, you talk about such a thing as too much star power. I don't know. Seems to be a good thing for us. 23-1. And Wallstrom with 35 points so far. Yeah, this team is insane. So, 35 points for Wallstrom, 30 for... You know what? screw the time on the video. Let's just go. Let's keep going because there's really no reason to stop right now. Central Scouting. I will reassign the scout in January. Darius Haynes is back. All right, so this is gonna be tough here because Tuominen did pretty well. 7 points in 19 games played. How'd he do with his defensive ratios? He was pretty good. 7 hits, so he's not much of a hitter there on the fourth line. How has Haynes done so far? He's an 81. I mean, he's a penalty killer for us. 21 hits. Yeah, I kind of need Haynes. He's a physical presence there. So Tuominen out for right now. And penalty kill. Yeah, we'll take Hines out. We'll get Haynes in. And then, actually, I believe instead of Ottoson, well, I mean, unless Ottoson's helping out that power play. What's he done on the power play so far? Let's see, 2 power play points. Both of them are goals. Yeah, I'll leave Ottoson there. As long as we're winning games, I really could care less who's on the power play. So, jeez. Alright, well, Ottoson's out now, so we're gonna have to get Tuominen right back in there. Nope, not Haynes. Tuominen. So who's gonna go on the first line? Ottoson's more of a physical guy. Tuominen isn't. What about Doug Hines? Doug Hines has done very well on the third line. Yeah, Hines deserves the chance on the first line for sure. And we'll keep Tuominen with Erzberg and Horvat. Now, did I put Ottoson anywhere? I'm gonna... Yeah, we'll put Hines back on the power play. I suppose with that, and then... I don't believe Ottoson was on the penalty kill. No, I don't think he was anywhere else. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. Now, one thing, actually, before we continue with the simulation, as we get 2 solid wins right there, did I turn automated goalie rotations off? Because I saw that Reguer still isn't completely uncovered. And I believe... Yeah, I forgot to turn auto-rotate goalies on. So, there you go. I mean, at least we know that Hutchinson's been getting all those wins. So, we definitely made the right choice there with sticking with Hutchinson. But now we get our backup goaltenders some more time. And a little bit of a break for Jason Hutchinson, as he's been just non-stop going at it this season, and he's just carried this team so far. Well, I not really carried. It's been a team effort for the most part, but, you know, without him, we're not that good of a team, you know. So, Wahlstrom injured with a mild concussion. Everyone's getting injured. I might have to turn down these injuries. These are getting ridiculous. Going back to last season. Yeah, Ottoson and Wahlstrom are injured right now. I mean, it's not anything too crazy. It's not like East Side Hockey Manager crazy. But still, kind of hurts. So we're missing a skater here. We're going to have to call up someone from the minors. Yeah, Barry's only a 78. Glad we called up Peterson. Alright, let's see. Klapik, Gauthier. I mean, there's not really too many good options here. I think I'll just call up Gauthier. I mean, I don't think it's for too long that we have to deal with him, because I think Ottoson is coming back before Wahlstrom. So since Wahlstrom is injured, I believe that's his first time getting injured in this entire GM mode, because I don't remember ever having to replace him. We'll get Strite up there, since he's more or less a similar player. Yeah, he already has 20 goals. I mean, he's on track for another 50-goal season. And then we'll get... what's his name? Gauthier in there for right now. And then I guess we'll get Erzberg up there to the second line. Is he still second? No, he's a third-line scorer. That's what I thought. He does have 12 goals, though. Start out the season. That's not too shabby. Tuominen. I mean, there's no one who really fits in too well to the second line as of right now. But I mean, with Natchez and Mueller, really anyone can play with them. Because they're both beasts. I'll get Erisberg there. And then on the third line will be Haynes. And then Gouthier can be with Commodore and Sedin. Extras, let's see. So this was Wallstrom. Wallstrom's going to be everywhere here. So we're going to have to do this real quick. So Heinz, Natchez straight. And then Barzell, Mueller, Erisberg. All the left wingers are on there. I'll get Tuomanen on the power play for right now. Just as to not mess up our lines too much. Was he on the penalty kill? I don't think so. Yeah, no, he wasn't on the penalty kill. Extras will be Barzell and Heinz. Yeah, we'll go Doug Heinz with Barzell. I could go Erisberg as well, but we'll give it to the more experienced guy. He deserves the chance. A great point scorer for us last year. Extra attackers, yep, that's good. A shootout, that is not good. We'll get Barzell over here. Natchez right here. And then instead of Gouthier, we'll get Horvat. And that should be good to go. Yeah, so, alright. Vergere, definitely better than 80 overall at the moment. We'll leave him in there. And, yeah, Ottoson, Barzell, or Ottoson and Wallstrom, rather, are out for a little bit. Bridgeport. Okay, here we go. More line changes. Yeah, we'll get Bailey in there, I suppose. Why not? There you go. Dallas, let's see, 4-2 win. Solid 4-1 win against the Arizona Coyotes. Vegas, Ottoson is back. More line changes. Yippee. So we'll take Gouthier out of there now. Get Ottoson back in. And Haynes back on the third line. Ottoson back on the first. Hines back on the third. Make sure all this is good. Get Ottoson. Wait, was it Ottoson on the power play? No, it was Wallstrom, but yeah, you know, we'll get Ottoson on there. Nice net front presence. And I believe, yeah, we'll get him in there for Tuomanen as well. Ottoson in there. And penalty kill. Penalty kill's fine. And yep, that appears to be it. I'm not going to bother sending Gouthier down. I'll just keep him up here as a replacement player. Solid 2-1 win. Minnesota. Come on now. Oliver Wallstrom's back. Very nice. So we'll get him back in there for sure. Now, who to take out? How's Sedin doing? 2 goals, 9 assists. 95 offensive awareness. Jeez. 93 defensive awareness as well. Tuomanen. Let's see how he's done. 92 defensive awareness, 89 offensive awareness. He's got great puck skills for being a third-line scorer. Who to take out? I don't think I want to take out Haynes just because he's a penalty killer for us and he's a hitter, which we need down there in that bottom 6. So I think for right now, I'll take out Sedin and put in Wallstrom. And Erisberg back down here. Tuomanen down here. Switch you. Wallstrom up here where Stride is. And I believe that is back to the way it was. So now special teams over here. We'll get Ottoson off. Wallstrom on. One thing we're going to do as well, now that Wallstrom is back, is send down Gouthier since we have 19 skaters. And we'll edit the AHL lines real quick, just so that he's getting some playing time, and so that the AHL doesn't suffer. So Gouthier get in there, and there you go. Alright, back to the simulation. 5-2 win it over Minnesota. Nice game. I mean, we're just, yeah, we're kind of rolling here. I mean, 29-4-1. It just keeps going. Yeah, this team's this team is overpowered. Yeah. Yeah, I could Huh. I could foresee, I'm not going to say it, but I think you guys know what I'm thinking. So we're just going to keep rolling because it's honestly, actually, you know what, before that though, we'll send the scout out just so we can have a good draft. But this team is looking like it could possibly do it. It could possibly happen. And again, I'm not going to say it as to not jinx it. But again, pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So we'll just do this real quick. Okay, so that took a while, but we are all set to go to continue the season. So let's go up to February, as we are 32-5-1. So there's really no reason at all to touch this team. Let's just let them do their thing. And nice shootout win there. 2 shootout wins, actually, back to back. Solid win there against the Rangers. Another game against the Rangers coming up. And we have a Ludwig Ottoson injury with a strained hamstring until January 19th. So it's about, what is that, 2 weeks from now? We'll get, what's his name? We'll get Sedin in. And then I'm going to say Hines up to the first line. And then Sedin switch with Tuomanen. Was Ottoson anywhere? I don't believe so. No, he was not. So we'll keep going here. Game against New York. 4-0 win. I mean, yeah. Yeah. First loss in a while there against Winnipeg and an overtime loss. But then we bounced back against Washington. 3-2 win. Anaheim, we have a... Ludwig Ottoson is back. So we're going to have to get him back in the lineup. We'll take Sedin out. And Ottoson in. Tuomanen down to the 4th. Ottoson up to the 1st. Hines back there. Power play. Was Hines here? Yeah, Hines is right there. All right, good to go. Back to the simulation. Anaheim, we have a 5-3 loss. So we're sliding a little bit as of recent, but I don't think it's anything to get too worried about, just considering where we are at the moment. I mean, we're almost 40 wins, and we are in January. So, really nothing to worry about. Tampa Bay, 3-2 win. LA, come on now, 5-3 win. We're fine. Who am I kidding? I mean, as long as... The only trade I can think of wanting to make would be a depth trade. Just for the playoffs, you know. But even then, we're not giving up any of our roster players, right? So, I mean, how much cap space do we even have is the thing. We have about 2 mil. Yeah, we have 2 mil in cap space, so we couldn't even get anyone who's too bona fide of a player. And again, we wouldn't even be trading for anyone who slots into our lineup regularly. We would just be trading for depth. I think mainly I want depth on defense, especially because of Harry Peterson. He's a depth defenseman. So maybe if we could find a veteran left-handed defenseman specifically, then I'd definitely go after that. Okay, so I think I've found a trade here. Riley and Ledoux from Vegas for a second-round pick from the Ottawa Senators here. And Mike Riley in there, 33 years of age. Paul Ledoux, 34 years of age. One lefty, one righty. Good depth for defense. They're both in the NHL this year, but only Ledoux has played games for the Vegas Golden Knights. So proposed trade rejected. They don't like that. Only the second is in there, so maybe we'll try a second and a third. I mean, we have so many draft picks, so may as well unload some of them for some depth. There you go. That'll work out. And now we still have 2 mil in cap space. I would guess because those two are in the minors as of right now. Yeah, Riley and Ledoux are in the minors. So what we'll do now is get some more forward depth so that we're not stuck with Gouthier whenever we get more than one injury. All right, so this trade will be Florida second for Devontae Smith-Pelly and Tage Thompson from the Buffalo Sabres. Thompson is an 80 overall. He's playing in the AHL. Smith-Pelly is 78. Supposedly, but he's also in the AHL, so may as well get some depth here. And trade rejected once again, as they don't want to give up either of them, but I'm pretty sure we have the assets here to influence them to make that deal. So no, okay. So how about 2/3 in a second? Proposed trade. There you go. So we got some depth now for the playoffs. No need to worry about that, and we still have we have 5 first-round picks. Colorado and Florida looks like they're going to be lottery picks as well. Oh man. All right, so yeah, we may as well just finish off the season here. I mean, I know we're a very long way into this video, at least in terms of the time of the recording, but I mean, this team is just there's no reason to stop at this point. But let me just make sure that the AHL is all good and that we don't have any of our players who we just traded for currently in our lineup. So let's see. Defenseman, can I call up Riley and Ledoux without having cap issues? No, I can't. So I'll just leave them down there, I guess. And then Thompson and Smith-Pelly could also go down in the minors. But I think I would prefer to have a replacement defenseman up here right now. So I'll call up Riley while sending down Smith-Pelly and Thompson. There you go. Okay. We're all good. So now we will continue on with the rest of the season. And again, really not much to worry about. Wallstrom has 61 points in 47 games. And we just keep winning. So we're going to sim past the trade deadline all the way up to the end of the season. Let's get her going. Boston, 6-2 win. I mean, I can't really say I'm surprised at this point, given this roster. 3-2 win. Dallas, we have a 6-0 loss. There's a surprise. 6-0 loss. Ugh. Well, anyways, doesn't hurt too much. We bounce back against Nashville. Buffalo, 5-2 win. Yeah, not doing any more trades here. Anything that's going to mess with our chemistry anyway. Columbus. That is going to be a loss. Edmonton, we have a lot of trades coming in now. Come on now. 4-3 win. There you go. 46-9-2 on the season so far are your New York Islanders. 5-2 loss there against Calgary. Doug Hines is back. Don't think I ever took him out. 6-3 win against Edmonton. And then we had a 5-2 loss against Vancouver. So we're kind of losing a bit more recently, but still not much reason to worry. As long as we can continue winning, there should be no problems. 3-2 loss, 4-1 win. All right, so after the trade deadline now, no more moves. Shootout win. 5-4 win against Ottawa. Another game against Ottawa. 4-2 loss. Up to 15 total losses now. Matthias Enroth, replaced player. Philadelphia. Harry Peterson. All right, good thing we have Riley here. We'll just get him back in there. 4-3 win against Philly. Overtime loss. Enroth is back. Jeez, dude. All these injuries. Montreal. Oh my goodness. Just keep Riley in there for a little bit. 3-1 win. And then against Detroit, we have 2-0 loss. Come on now, boys. 7-2 win. There you go. 4-2 win. Okay. We're getting close. We are getting close, boys. We still have a lot of games to do it. 6-4 win. 6-2 win. 7-3 loss. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. 3-1 win. 4-3 win. One more. One more. Come on, Buffalo. I had to play spoiler. Toronto. That is going to be a 60-win season for your New York Islanders. And this really could not have been a better season. And we finish off 62-17-3. This is definitely one of the best teams we've built in a long time. probably ever. Wahlstrom with another 50-goal season. 95 points for Oliver Wahlstrom. My goodness. Yeah, this video definitely is not getting up on time, but whatever. It could be like uploaded at 4 or something. Because this season, there was absolutely no reason to worry. Bennett Strite as well, with a 50-goal season once again. These two, they just, they boggle my mind. 150-goal season over here, and then another 50-goal season right here, and then Wahlstrom. 5th 50-goal season in a row. That is insanity for Oliver Wahlstrom. My goodness. I mean, yeah, this guy worth every single penny of that 11.25. Absolutely. Holy moly. Barzal, 81 points. Mueller, 76. Riley, 67. Riley had a career year here in New York. He's been a solid 50-point scorer for us in the past, but 67 points for Morgan Riley. 61 for Mikhail Erisberg in his rookie season. I mean, geez, we have way our scoring is the one thing that we have never had an issue with. Absolutely never. 27 goals for Mikhail Erisberg in his rookie season. Only 57 points for Martin Necas, but you know what? He did just fine defensively for us, I'm sure. Let's take a look at his defensive ratios here. Yeah, he did fine. He also got hits. He won a lot of faceoffs, so I really can't complain from Martin Necas. I mean, I can't complain in general about this season. I mean, 62 wins. Is that the most in channel history? I think so, because I think that 60-win season that we had with Halifax was a 61-win season. This is a 62-win season. Unreal. Doug Hines with a 48-point season. Ottoson, 41. Horvat, 37. Ghost only had 33 points. He's still an 88 overall, so that's the good news. The bad news is he might be dropping off a little bit. But you know what, that's fine. His contract's tradable. Yeah, he's only at 3.5, so that's perfectly tradable in the offseason if need be. Durat with a career-high 28 points. My man. Plus 58. That is ridiculous. My goodness. Severson, 23. Commodore, 22 as a fourth liner. Could care less about that. I mean, the whole team, just in general, was offensive dynamite this season. 21 points for Tuominen. 20 points for Harry Peterson in 67 games. He was solid. 16 for Montour. 13 for Sedin in 39. Darius Haynes with 12. And Mike Riley with a goal. And then, yeah, Pascal Duret. Wow. Darius Haynes, Sedin, Commodore. So the fourth line, minuses, but that's to be expected. Especially without Joel Farabee there. He was a good fourth liner for us, but it was clear that whatever upgrades we made in the offseason, including getting Martin Necas and then the insertion of Mikhail Erisberg, this team really needed it. This team was tremendous. Tremendous all season long. Let's see, face-offs. Yep, Necas, Barzal, Horvat, Commodore, all over 50%. Beautiful. Hits. Let's see, Necas, Durat, Severson, Horvat. Yeah, Necas definitely brought another dimension to this team. He definitely did. Wahlstrom, Ottoson, Hines, Strite, Mueller, Riley, Erisberg, all over 100 hits. That is insanity. And takeaways to giveaways. I mean, you know, I'm not going to go over to takeaways to giveaways. There's just no point. We were such a good team this year. It's unreal. Peterson, Haynes, and Erisberg, all with 2 fights. And then Severson, Durat, and Tuominen with 1 each. Goaltenders. So Hutchinson played 73 games. He had a .909 save percentage, so his save percentage wasn't even that good compared to where you expect it to be with the amount of wins that we had. But still, we had 3 shutouts. We had a 62-win season, so you really can't complain. I mean, it's This was an outstanding season in general for your New York Islanders. Now, the real question here, penalty kill. 78.7. So no matter, it seems like no matter what we do, our penalty kills just god awful. But our power play, holy moly, 30.3. That is insane. Jeez, dude. Look at this goals for per game. 3.73. Are you joking? 2.67 goals against. Let's see. I mean, yeah, our penalty kill wasn't that good, as usual. It was 78.7 in the bottom half of the division. But that still didn't stop this team from just steamrolling through the rest of the NHL. So, you know what? I'm fine with it. Let's see what we have in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure it's gonna... You know what? I don't know how this wildcard thing works. It's either Buffalo or Detroit. I'm honestly not sure how that works. But nonetheless, 127-point season from your New York Islanders. Absolute insanity. Let's see what we have. And it will be the Detroit Red Wings. So in the playoffs, we have Tampa versus Buffalo, Boston versus Ottawa, Carolina versus Columbus, your New York Islanders versus the Detroit Red Wings. And in the West, we have San Jose versus Calgary, Vancouver versus Edmonton, Dallas versus Chicago, and the St. Louis Blues versus the Minnesota Wild. So with that, I mean, insane episode, but we're at the playoffs once again. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.